Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Single All the Way is the 2021 Netflix romantic comedy that tells a warm and fuzzy yet familiar tale of gay roommates living in LA who are looking for love but aren't sure LA is the right city to find it. When I began watching this movie, the story's overwhelming warmth and easy-minded sensibility threw me off guard. Halfway through the movie, I realized what was throwing me off while watching this film. I've been watching so many raunchy comedies, blood-soaked action scenes, and titillating sex scenes that I'd forgotten what watching a family-friendly movie was like. We follow Peter and Nick's friendship as Peter anxiously makes plans to introduce his new boyfriend to his tight-knit family for the holidays, and his longtime roommate, Nick, tries his best to be a supportive friend through it all. When Nick innocently is at work, setting up a family's Christmas lights, he realizes Peter's new boyfriend is his latest client and shares a home with his wife and kids. As soon as I saw that Peter's date had to leave the party as soon as he got there because of his work at the doctor's, I was like, ooh, that's a cheater. And I was not surprised he was DL. Distraught, Peter and Nick jokingly decide to just be each other's boyfriends for the weekend to appease Peter's pushy family as they head across the country to Peter's hometown in Vermont. It's cute to see a loving and supportive family who wants to see their gay son, brother, nephew, and uncle to settle down with someone special. This movie brings up the question, can best friends truly become loving partners who can stay together long term? I love the details of Peter being a plant gay, because green thumb LGBTQ people is a part of the community I've definitely seen expand in recent years. Nick is also a black gay handyman, and even Peter's dad says, "It's not every day you meet a gay handyman. Where'd you learn that?" And Nick frankly replies, "YouTube and HGTV." And Peter's dad asks, "Is that the homosexual gay TV channel?" And Nick replies, "Basically, yeah." I laughed way too hard at that joke. Because this is such an upbeat and warm movie, I actually enjoyed that Nick was a magical Negro in this film. He's handsome, charming, and Peter's entire family loves him, especially the parents. He's an observant handyman, and he's great with kids, too. For God's sake, the man writes children's books. But the trouble lies when Peter's mother, who's played by the hilarious Kathy Najimy from our beloved Sister Act movies and The King of the Hill, sets up her son on a blind date with a hunk who lives in their hometown in Vermont. Nick does his best to play the part of the supportive best friend who encourages Peter to go out on the date and find the right guy, but it's clear to many of the family members, especially Peter's dad and Peter's teenage nieces, that Peter and Nick are totally into each other, but scared to put their friendship on the line. Jennifer Coolidge is hilariously chaotic as Peter's actress aunt, Sandy, who puts on a messy holiday play each year and has hilarious lines about Grindr or cussing out the kids for not getting their lines right. As Peter tries to get to know this new Vermont bae, James, on their first few dates, Nick is back at home being the perfect guy around the house. Yet doesn't seem to notice most of Peter's family are trying to get him to link up with Peter instead of their mother's blind date, James. Once I saw that Nick had transformed their family home into a winter wonderland by putting up an incredible display of Christmas lights, it was clear that he was in love with Peter and waiting for Peter to realize it. But the fault isn't all Peter's for being confused. Nick continually pushes Peter onto dates with James, claiming that he wants him to be happy, but also isn't being upfront about his feelings for Peter, who isn't sure if Nick has feelings for him. There's some adorable moments to be had throughout this film, and this is an easygoing, very romantic gay Christmas movie for all ages. Will Peter wake up and realize Nick is totally into him? Will Nick have the courage to tell Peter how he feels? Or will James, the ski instructor, steal Peter's heart back to his hometown in Vermont? This is a romantic Christmas movie, so it's pretty clear how this movie's going to end, but it's still cute to see how we get to our happy ending along the way. If you're looking for a feel-good gay romance that makes networks like the Hallmark Channel eat their heart out, then Single All the Way is the movie for you. Have you all seen this festive holiday movie yet? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Single All the Way in the comments.